Windows updates. Why do we need to be doing these? Well, let me tell you a few reasons why you need to be keeping not only your software, but also your operating system up to date. And then we're going to talk about if you're having issues with updates, especially on the Windows operating system, how to fix them. Let's check this out. So let's start with the operating system, right? No matter what operating system you're running, whether it be Linux, Mac, or Windows, updates to that operating system can help improve not only the functionality, but fix bugs that may have come along since the operating system released and fix those, patches those bugs right up, right? So those are two of the big reasons. Another reason is if you're experiencing things like crashing or just problems with the operating system, those updates can sometimes fix those issues because it's something that maybe the developers realized was an issue with the operating system and other users were experiencing the same thing. So they had to release like a massive update to fix that issue, right? So those are a couple of the reasons why keeping your operating system up to date is super important, right? So that's security fixes, functionality fixes, and performance fixes, right? So you want the operating system running well, keep it up to date. Antivirus software and things like that and your other software, when you update those, on the antivirus side, when you update that software, what that basically does is improves the protection, right? It makes it stronger. It makes it so that any new threats or updates to threat protection that need to be made to the antivirus are made, right? So that's very important, right? Because there's constantly new threats out there being introduced, new viruses, new things that we have to worry about. And the antivirus updates will help to improve the threat protection, update the threat protection to be able to protect your computer, right? Software across the board though, not just your antivirus, other software, by keeping it up to date, you will be improving the compatibility of it with your operating system, right? By keeping both up to date, the newest version, you're not going to be running into some of the things we mentioned earlier, like the application crashing, bugs in the application, issues that the developers, software developers have detected, they know about, they realize it's there, and they made an update to fix it. The only way you're going to be able to get that fix is if you install the update. So very important to keep your software and your operating system up to date, right? Not always so easy to do, easier said than done sometimes. There's a lot of times that updates will not go into your system, or you'll have a failed update error and you're not sure what to do with it. You might stumble around on Google trying to figure out why it failed or how to fix it, and you might be not finding the answers. Hopefully our troubleshooting tips that we're going to give you today are going to help you. Now, of course, if you're an MCW client, you can always call us and we will do this part for you. And we will also do any further additional troubleshooting, advanced troubleshooting that needs to be done. We'll take care of that. If you're our client and you're having issues, definitely feel free to call us and we'll help you out with that. But if you're not a client, this is for everybody else. We're going to give you some easy troubleshooting tips to go through that anybody could follow through at home. Okay. So, on their own computer, right? So if you're having trouble with an update, the first two things, these are the most common issues with updates not going in or why updates won't go in. The first thing you want to check is, does your device have enough space, right? So storage is a big thing. If you don't have enough storage on the device for the update to go in, well, you're not going to be able to install the update. That should go without saying, right? You got to have enough space on the device or whatever the drive you're trying to install it to. Needs to have space. Have to have space for the update. These things are usually not huge. Could be megabytes. Could be a couple gigabytes, but usually, the ongoing updates won't be that big. There are bigger updates that'll come from the Windows operating system and your other devices, but they're usually not too huge. But you do need to make sure you have enough space. So if you're having trouble with that, or you're having trouble making space on your computer, go check out our other videos related to cleaning up your devices, right? And then the second thing is, do you have adequate internet connection, right? So you need to make sure that you have both a stable connection and a connection that's not going to be interrupted or that's so slow that the update can't download properly, right? So it's like ping's really high, download speed's so low that it's dropping packets as they're trying to come in. We don't want that. We want a nice, stable, fast internet connection. You can always check your internet connection at speedtest.net beforehand. Make sure everything looks good, right? So those are the two most common issues: is not enough space or your internet connection is not good enough. So if you've ruled those two things out though, and you're still having issues with getting updates on your computer, there's a couple advanced troubleshooting steps that we can take. And so the first one is try to let Windows solve it for you. So go to settings and then go to the updates and security section here. There are Windows, and then do the troubleshooter, run the Windows troubleshooter, right? So sometimes Windows will tell you the problem. They'll tell you what's wrong. That might not always be the case though. So if that doesn't work, we recommend go ahead and disable your antivirus, right? You can always turn it back on after. We don't want to have the antivirus off all the time, but you could turn it off while you're trying to do the update and see if your antivirus is blocking the update. Now, if that doesn't work, you can restart the Windows Update service. So you're going to open the command prompt on your computer and run the net stop wauserv, WUAUSERV. I'm joking. That's the Windows, server updates, window update server. So you're going to go ahead and stop that. And then you're going to run this command, the net start wauserv. I'm going to keep calling it that because I think it's funny. But right, so it's net start and then WUAUSERV, and you do put the spaces, and that'll restart the update service for Windows. So that could fix the issue. Now, if that doesn't do it though, and you're still having issues, running the sfc/scan now from the command prompt might just do it. What this will do will repair system files that were corrupt or it could be affecting the Windows updates. So that might just knock it out. And then if all else fails, you can always head over to the Microsoft Update Catalog online and find the download that you need and install the update manually. Now, if you do all this and you're still having issues, feel free to reach out to My Computer Works, and one of the technicians here would be happy to help you. We'll troubleshoot further. We'll go through, all the different steps we mentioned here if you're having trouble with that. And then if you've already done that or we're having trouble with that, we do this and we still have trouble, there's other things that we can do to try to fix the issue, and we'll try to do those things. Okay, so feel free to reach out to us if you need to. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and feel free to leave a comment if you got something to say. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.